What if Mufasa had a will? What if Darth Vader had a trust? And what exactly did Harry Potter's parents leave behind? If you've ever wondered about the legacy lessons hiding inside your favorite movies, welcome to 82 Toothpicks. I'm Ethan. I'm joined by Thad and the Ambers. We believe every movie is an estate planning movie. You just have to know where to look. So grab your popcorn, settle in, and let's talk about the movie.
Welcome to the podcast, everybody. It's a great day to talk about baseball.
Baseball.
Sure is.
Yeah.
I don't know about you guys, but growing up, baseball was a genre for me for movies. Like dramas, comedies, baseball movies. Everybody else have that?
No.
No.
I would put it in the category of sports movies.
Sports. There were sports movies and there were baseball movies.
My genre was Veggie Tales, so
Did it include Angels in the Outfield?
Of course. Now, that's what I'm saying. There are so many baseball movies. There are a couple of football games or football movies.
see that's what we watch more.
There
so.
are
We
a
watch
couple of
movies.
basketball. Really? Mm-hmm. There are so many baseball movies, though.
There are a lot of baseball movies. Field of Dreams.
I wonder why that is. Is it just like easier to film?
It's the American sport, is it not?
That's the pastime.
Yes,
Yeah.
that's what they call it.
Huh.
Yeah.
This in particular movie, though, is a baseball movie I'd never seen.
Me neither.
You had not seen this?
I had never seen this until last week.
I had not seen it either. I had seen clips of it.
Sure.
Like I was familiar with the
I'd seen
concept,
a
but
clip of it. I feel like there's one really, really famous scene. Right?
There is.
I thought so.
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was gonna say the scene I had seen the scene that I had seen was the no crying in baseball
I was
one.
going to say,
Right?
is it the there's no crying in baseball?
Exactly.
you guys want to hear a story?
Always.
No.
My driver's ed teacher did that to me because he scared me in driver's ed, and he yelled at me, "There's no crying in driver's ed." We were.
Did you stop crying? Were you just like, oh, all right? I didn't know that.
I was an emotional little girly. We were hauling down a gravel road, and he said, "This is the drill. You're going to haul down this gravel road, and at some point, I'm going to yell stop, and we're going to pretend like a deer jumps out or something. You have to hit the brakes as quickly as you can." And so I'm going 60 down this gravel road, and he yells stop, and it scared me so bad that I started crying.
Why was this part of your
It was
driver's
a terrible drill. I stopped
yeah.
on time. It was fine. But then I started tearing up a little bit.
That's an insane thing for a driver's ed person
Yes,
to do.
That happened
That's
to me.
crazy.
And then he
Did you
said
guys
there's no
have that?
crying in driver's ed.
Not that, no.
No.
We did very little on gravel.
I don't
You
even think I
did?
went
We
on
didn't
gravel.
do nothing on gravel, but yeah, but
We did. I had no reason to drive on gravel in driver's ed.
yeah.
I drive on gravel all the time. Well, I used to.
Did you take driver's ed here?
Yes.
Okay.
This is Minnesota driver's ed.
Yeah.
Rural Minnesota driver's ed.
Yes.
Just go ahead and open it up on this gravel road and I'll tell you when to stop.
I don't know if this is still the case, but not
What?
too many years ago, there were Minnesota state highways that were gravel. So
What?
it does not surprise me
The ones
that
I know of.
Surprises me.
if you get up by the
Surprises me.
It does.
Great Lakes up there.
Okay.
but anyway.
Did you have to have a permit before driver's ed? They have permits up there?
Yeah, let's see, what could you could do a farm permit, but I didn't do that because of when my birthday lined up. So I just did like all the regular classes. I never had a permit and I just went straight into getting my license.
Huh.
A couple of my brothers, I think, did the permit though, because their birthdays were in the winter and then you do the classes in the summer.
Yeah.
So then it worked for them to have the permit. But
I love the scene in the movie where the guy driving the bus just gets so overwhelmed with the kid yelling and like grabbing his face that he just gets off the bus and starts walking. And they're
Just
like in the
leaves.
middle of nowhere.
where did
Yeah.
he go?
I don't know.
They
He might have
don't ever
died
tell
out
you.
there.
He just walked away.
Also, they left him there. They didn't
Yeah.
even try to pick him up and like,
Right. And then the drunk coach is just like, you know what? I'll drive us there. And everybody's like, okay,
Yeah. Nobody
buckle
bats
up.
an eye.
Yeah. Oh, that was
On this
wild.
bus with no seatbelts.
Yeah.
this random child running around.
That kid. Oh,
Still well.
I love that we made him later in the movie, though.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
you turned out as an adult.
Fun.
Hey, look at
They did
that.
a good job.
Uh-huh.
Oh, they matched that kid well.
So have we said what movie we watched yet?
Hey
Some
guys,
people have to know by now.
we watched A League of Their Own.
They knew from the no crying in baseball thing, right?
Well,
Well, you would
not
hope
everyone.
so, but
Okay.
Be clear.
Amber, what's the movie? And tell us what the movie's about. We'll go there.
we watched A League of Their Own,
Okay.
which was about the women's baseball league that was created to replace the men's baseball league during World War II.
Mm-hmm.
And because all of the men went away to war. And so it follows this team of women as they try out and learn how to play. And their coach, who used to play baseball but drank too much and got kicked off the team and blew out his knee and all kinds of stuff. So he can't play professionally anymore. But he starts off kind of ticked that he's got a bunch of girls instead of, these aren't baseball players, these are girls. And yeah, it's kind of it's not fully character driven, but a lot of the movement forward in the story is the growth of the women as they learn to become a team, and the growth of the coach as he learns to be less of a jerk and less of a drunk.
Yep.
Both of which are good things. And
To be less of, that is.
right. And yeah, it's the story of their first baseball season, and then at the end it wraps up with a very touching scene about them being added to the Baseball Hall of Fame.
Mm-hmm.
And they're all old.
Yeah.
That was so cool.
So yeah, it was a good movie. I really enjoyed this one. I would not always a sports movie person necessarily, but
Sure.
I knew you would like this one.
yeah, little girl power kind of feel to it.
Girls.
Yeah, it's also like, I don't know, you always get a kick out of old ads and
Yeah,
newspaper
I love that.
clippings and things where
Kind of
the way they
vintage
talk about women
historical-
is mostly absurd, and I can't believe we ever actually thought this.
yes. Uh-huh.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
that was tough.
that's why I
The
expected
whole
you to like
movie
it.
challenges that stereotype. When they give them their uniforms and they're all these short little skirts, and
I can't wear that. I'm married. Okay.
so yeah, it's a good one.
Okay. Anything surprise you about the movie? Anything take you off guard? Did you have expectations going into it, I should say?
I think I did
Okay.
because I'd seen, I knew about this movie. I knew of this movie. I didn't really know what the story was going to be, and other than that, it was a women's baseball team. I didn't know the World War II backdrop in particular. But yeah, I enjoyed it. It's a time period I know a lot about.
Sure.
So, not an unfamiliar setting for me.
Mm-hmm. What'd you think, Amber?
I thought it was fun. I thought it was interesting how they sent out scouts to get the girls on the team, because I just kind of figured they weren't going to put that much effort into it, and anyone that wants to play can show up. But they actually tried to find people who were decent in the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
I liked the etiquette scenes because that reminded me of my Dairy Princess training, and we did a lot of the same stuff actually. But we were
Teacups.
on stage and having dinner with important people and talking about dairy, and they were outside playing baseball, so it's a little different, but that was kind of funny.
Movie opens up with the first two girls in Oregon playing baseball in a cornfield. And I was like, oh yeah, I've seen this one. And
This is Field of Dreams.
There were no ghosts.
Playing baseball in a cornfield.
No.
Bummer.
Not only are there a lot of baseball movies, but apparently a lot of them happen in a cornfield.
Oh yeah. There's a scene where they're milking cows right after that.
Mm-hmm.
And I was just trying to think, my favorite ice cream right now is based on an Oregon dairy farm.
Oh.
It's Tillamook ice cream.
Oh my
Oh
gosh.
yeah,
Delicious.
Tillamook's
And I was like, I wonder
Awesome.
if that's the dairy that these girls
Gotta
worked
be.
at. Yeah.
It's gotta be.
there's
It looks
There
like
can-
it hurts.
there can only be one
There can only be one. A single dairy in all
in
of Oregon.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
the dairy.
the dairy in Oregon.
One
Yes.
dairy to rule them all.
Yeah.
You said it's mostly character driven.
Yeah,
There's a lot of story going on.
there is.
Tell me what you meant by that.
I feel like the growth of the movie is very character driven, but there's still a story. There's still, I mean, it's the story of the team. It's the story of the league. How did they get this league started? You see, the guy that started it, the chocolate bar tycoon,
The Wrigley
Willy
guy.
Wonka.
who
Harvey.
Harvey.
Yeah.
Yep. Who puts the money behind it, and then, oh, well, the war's going to be over, so we don't have to put money into it anymore. And then you've got the story of the other guy who, like, actually is behind this idea and championing for it to keep going. And, but yeah, maybe it feels character driven because all of these little stories, each girl has their own story and their own, and they all come together to play on this team, and they have to learn how to play together, and they actually have to figure out how to win, and then they're winning the championship. And because every good sports movie ends with playing in the championship and then the World Series, and then they end up actually not winning the World Series. Spoilers.
This movie came out in 1987. I think it's okay.
87?
Maybe not quite that.
What?
That's the year on the.
I feel like this is another 92, 93.
That's the
Movie
year at the
again,
end of the
but
movie when they
yeah.
show
Yeah.
what year the
Yeah.
exhibit opens.
Sure.
I didn't
Yep.
look when the movie actually came out. I just assumed it was close to that.
Yeah. I think it's not very far after that, but I think this was in the 92, 93, 94.
92.
What
I
we're
just
finding
looked it
out
up.
is the golden era of
You
film.
can say it. That was the peak.
It was the
Told
peak.
us all that at the beginning.
Nothing was ever as good as those years.
No,
and
I didn't-
everything
I didn't say
dropped
that.
off after those years.
I just said the number of phenomenal films made in the early 90s
Yeah.
compared to any other era is substantial.
So I think the reason I feel like it's because the movie definitely has a plot, but I feel like it's character driven,
Sure.
is because the plot is the plot of every baseball movie.
Yeah.
So what makes it interesting is the character driven portions
Sure.
laid over the plot of every sports movie. Right.
There's an interesting dynamic with the sisters,
Yeah.
right? So I've never been a sister. I have a sister, but that's different, right?
Yeah.
I don't think neither of you have a sister.
I have just brothers.
Yep.
Yeah. So I think,
I have a sister.
yeah.
But you're
That's
not
not
a
a
sister.
sister to sister relationship.
Yeah.
Like,
Correct.
Yeah.
I guess the main two characters, it's always one has everything and doesn't care. And
Yeah.
the other one cares so much but doesn't have it.
Yeah.
And it's kind of this tension between the two.
Yep.
How can one be a good leader altruistically?
Yeah.
And the other one is, even though I'm on the coattails, how can I take the next step? So
Yeah.
I think her winning the championship was really that
Yeah.
overcoming portion.
yeah.
Yeah. It really was.
And it
Yeah,
wasn't even
they're-
just her team. Like she was the reason the team won.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Their dynamic was very interesting
Mhm.
the whole way through.
For sure. What'd you think of this one, Ethan? You've been quiet.
I like this movie a lot.
Okay. Have you seen it?
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah, it's been a while. But, yeah, I mean, the story is interesting, and the older I get, the more interesting I find some of those, we'll call them cultural pivot points, where something significant had to change, and not because of just awareness, just like there was literally, it was essential that women do things that women didn't used to do during World War II. So those inflection points in history are interesting to me. And I really liked I mean, the story is fun, but I really like the characters. I mean, every single one of them is interesting in some way.
Mm-hmm.
And I really liked Tom Hanks.
Yeah.
Not because he was my favorite character, but because this was not your typical Tom Hanks character.
Sure.
And we've watched a lot of Tom Hanks characters throughout the
We have.
run of this.
Yep. Tune in next week for Toy Story. Just kidding. Just kidding. Yeah, I mean, I really like this movie. I knew I was going to. I'm not the one who put it on the list, but I was happy it was there.
Sure.
It's good.
Everybody have
Yeah.
favorite characters?
Oh, I thought about this one a lot because I knew this question was probably coming.
There's a lot of good characters.
There's a lot of good characters. I think my favorite character is probably Dottie.
Okay.
She's, if there's a female lead, she's probably up there.
Sure.
And I don't tend to pick the lead characters as my favorites. But I don't know, that older sister, kind of down to earth, just steps in and make things happen. I found her very relatable throughout. Even in the beginning where I don't want to go. Okay, but you can't if I don't, so fine, I'm going to go do this thing. And then she ends up kind of leading the team and kind of having a lot of success there. But I don't know, I found her very relatable. Very likable.
Nice. Ethan, how about you?
My favorite character was Marla.
Remind me who Marla is.
Poor Marla.
I was going to pick Marla too.
Poor Marla.
She was the girl that
She's the third girl they pick up. They get Dottie and Kit. And then the next person they pick up in Colorado is Marla.
You should
They
play
never-
night games.
they never show her on TV.
And then
yeah.
they're showing all the girls and they're up close on their face and then they show Marla and she's standing at second base and the camera is on the pitcher's mound.
She just waves.
She waves. Oh man, Marla was awesome.
How about you, Amber?
I was going to pick Marla or Dottie.
Yeah. Well, you still can.
Turns out they're still in the movie. We didn't take them out of the movie.
I know. I like Marla and Dottie.
Okay.
Yeah.
I love the Scout.
Oh yeah, he was good.
He cracked me up more than once.
Me too.
I don't think he's a 9 personality type necessarily.
What gives that away?
At one point, he looked at a guy and says, "If I had your job, I'd kill myself." And then he stands up and walks away and says, "Why do they always put me by salesmen?" I lost it during that scene.
Oh man, yeah.
The idea of being blunt.
Hang on, I'll go find a gun.
Yeah. Yes. It's so much, but I loved it. I was like, man, that guy's so fun.
Tony
I don't want
says-
you. I want your sister.
Can I tell you something? You're not nice.
Oh
Yeah,
man,
he was really funny.
He cracked me, and he's only in like the first 10 minutes of the movie.
Yeah.
And then he's gone.
Yeah, like he
shows
does
up
his
at the
job.
end again.
Yeah, there's a picture.
Like
of
his
him.
picture on the wall. Yeah.
Yeah, but they have him standing next to it.
They do.
The old
Was that
version
him?
of him.
Oh yeah, that's
he
right.
turns around and he's got the cigar and it's the same profile.
I forgot about that.
That's right.
Yeah.
Good catch.
Uh-huh.
So
He doesn't say anything at the end though, so we don't know if he's still mean.
he's got to be.
I mean, you're right though that this is there's lots of good characters, right?
I really liked Rosie O'Donnell's character. She was a good one.
I'm not going to remember her name.
Doris.
I knew it was going to be
Yep. And I really liked the sister too. I mean, she was
Kit.
Kit. Kit was angry.
She
Kit was angry, but she was passionate.
Yeah.
And I think her passion
Fiery.
drove a lot of the
fiery.
drove. Sorry.
Drive works.
We knew what you meant. Yeah, I mean, May is an interesting character. Right, she's got
Is that Madonna's character?
May is Madonna. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Where she's like the floozy.
Yep.
But then at the end, when they're talking about ending the league, she's freaking out because she doesn't want to go back to doing what she was doing before she started playing baseball, working at the dance hall and whatnot. But so you can see that there's things about that she can't shake, and then there's the things she doesn't like, the cultural stereotypes that go along with that were hurtful and harmful for her. So I just every character had a really great arc through the whole story.
Mm-hmm.
Favorite scene, Thad?
Ooh, favorite scene.
Or sequence?
Yeah. I mean, it's probably dumb, but I really like every baseball movie has this like montage of watching all the players like do their skills, right? So it has them running the bases or hitting or whatever it is. And there's a really quick one in this one, but it's the tryout scene where they're all exercising and they're all doing drills. The funny interactions during that, I forget Rosie O'Donnell's character,
Doris.
but all of her commentary throughout that was good.
Yeah.
So I'll go with the tryouts.
She sort of became the narrator of not just that scene, but of a lot of their
baseball
on-field action.
Yeah.
It was Doris chattering through it. So you'd had her plus the game announcers.
Yeah.
I like the scene where they go to the bar and they're dancing and they leave and they try to get Marla and she's drunk on stage singing at this random guy that she winds up marrying
Nelson.
later.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. That was awesome.
That was really great.
Crooning.
Yes. That was a good one.
I laughed out loud.
Yeah. That's why I like Marla.
I liked the scene towards the end when they're in the World Series and the coach, Tom Hanks' character, Jimmy, has been went from disengaged to just yelling at everybody all the time, and he's trying to do things differently. And this last World Series game, he gathers all the girls around and he's like, okay, everybody, we're going to pray. And they're looking at him like, we're going to what? And they're all kneeling down. And he says this really haphazard prayer to all these very devout Catholic women that are playing on his team or with them.
And they're giving him side eye.
I really liked that. And then he can't get up off the floor because his bad knee.
Yep.
I thought the amount of character development that wrapped up just in that little prayer for several of the women and for Jimmy made that a really interesting little piece there.
You think he actually chewed tobacco for this movie?
I would assume so. I mean, actors do weird stuff to play parts.
It seemed too realistic to be like a gimmick, like a fake chewing tobacco, fake chew.
I mean, I'm sure they had that stuff, but I mean, couldn't
It
do
would have been less weird in
Sounds so
1992 to
Correct.
pick up something like that for a movie.
Correct,
than
yeah.
Now they'd worry about health effects a little bit more.
Right.
It's Mike.
Yeah. So I think my favorite scene is actually two scenes, and they're not next to each other, but they're similar. And I always like this kind of filming. It's the scenes where it's like a propaganda reel. So there's the one where they start the league, and they're building up to, we're starting this women's baseball league. And then there's a scene later where it's it's focused on the Peaches, the team, and it's all of them doing something, right? It's the scene where Marla is far away in the shot,
Yeah.
but then
where it starts with
Dottie's sliding catch.
yeah.
And then there's some of
She
it's
does
black
the
and white.
splits too.
Right. Some of it's black and white, like it's a film, like an advertisement from the time, and some of it's game footage of waving at the crowd, or
Yep.
when Dottie catches the ball behind her back, or things like that. Those sequences that are like the propaganda film
The girl in the outfield
catches
her
in her
head
head.
out.
Yeah, those scenes in this movie were, to me, just really excellent, and it totally pulls you out of the action, but keeps you connected to the story, and it's a way for them to fast forward in a way a lot of the development of the context. But
Yeah.
I just thought those scenes were really
set
fun.
the time period so well.
Yeah. Yeah, you really get a sense of period.
Yeah. Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah.
Ethan, you got a game for us?
Turns out I do. You're going to need the buzzers.
Yes.
Oh no.
Let's go.
We only have 2.
I can download an app real
I was
quick.
gonna say, we can put one in between us. Then we just have to flail at each other.
Do we have to fight over the buzzer if we share it?
Probably yes.
You're going to have to buzz in, so
Should I try
All
to
right.
find an app real quick?
Here we go.
Okay.
Can
Never
you
mind.
reach it? I can reach it. Okay.
Okay.
We got it figured out.
That's works too.
Mine works. Okay.
excellent. Okay. It's just trivia,
Okay.
but it's trivia about
1940s baseball.
it is in
About-
fact about 1940s baseball.
Oh, dear.
Good night. Thad's winning.
Here's the thing. There's a point in the movie where Tom Hanks references his coach, and it's the manager of the Cardinals. I don't know if you guys caught that or not.
I did not.
Maybe the best right-handed hitter of all time, Rogers Hornsby.
Okay.
I
Fun.
had his picture framed in my living room for years.
You did?
Sure did.
That's amazing.
Second baseman.
Okay. Question number 1. What is the name of the league the women play for? Dad?
The All-American Women's Baseball League.
Nope.
The
Yep.
Women's Professional Baseball League.
Nope.
No, Thad was closer because it's that many letters at the end.
Chance to steal? You don't have to bust in. You're the
Okay.
only one who can answer.
I'm the only one. All American Women's. I think there's an N in there. National League? National
Is it
Baseball League?
Women's Professional Baseball League?
Nope.
What is it?
AAGPBL, All-American
And
Girls
Girls.
Professional Baseball League.
The Girls League.
Girls
Isn't that
League.
funny?
That's wild.
Right?
Okay.
Okay. This one's this one's a softball. What major world event led to the creation of the AAGPBL? Thad,
World War II.
good.
Can I
that
specify
specific
the
enough?
men going
Being
off
drafted.
to World War II?
Yeah.
World War II. That's because that was the major world event.
Yeah. The men gone.
Who founded the real All-American Girls Professional Baseball League?
I'm going to
So
guess that it
hesitant.
was another chocolate guy. So was it Hershey?
It was not.
Oh, that would have been so cool if you're right.
I'll guess.
Yeah.
Was it the Wrigley?
It was Wrigley.
Yeah.
Okay. That makes sense. Wrigley's baseball.
Because
Wrigley
they
Field.
played at Wrigley
Yeah.
Field.
Yep. That makes
jumping
sense.
into the Ivy in Chicago.
That
Yeah.
makes sense.
Scoreboard.
Okay.
That's 2.
What?
You have 2.
Are they worth 2 each?
No, you got 2 right. World War II.
Oh,
Philip K. Wrigley.
Yeah.
I forgot that was a question.
Did you
I
remember
forgot
how to
about that
count?
one too.
Okay. What year did the league officially begin? Thad?
44?
No.
Dang it.
43.
You didn't buzz in.
I'll give it to her because it was clearly
Was it?
Amber. It was 43.
Was it 43?
Yeah.
Thought it was later than that.
Nice.
Was the league originally closer to baseball or softball rules? Yep.
Gonna say softball.
Good. What style of pitching was used in the early years?
Style?
I don't know styles of pitching.
Underhand.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Fast pitch. So like at the beginning of the movie when they show the women,
Yeah.
and they're doing the windmill pitch. Nope, not that one. Name one real team from the league besides the Rockford Peaches. Amber.
The Bells.
From
Rockford Bells.
Rockford had the Peaches. It's
The Racine Bells.
yeah,
The what?
Racine.
So they said that once in the whole movie.
That's who played in the championship,
Yeah,
right?
they
Yeah.
said it. It was all over the newspapers at the end of the
Yeah.
The what?
Where is
Bells?
Racine?
Racine.
Yeah, what's Racine?
Illinois.
Yeah, I think so.
Oh, sorry to Illinois. I thought the
Take
Bells would
that.
do.
Where's Rockford?
Also Illinois.
That's
Is
Rock
it?
Island.
I
Georgia.
was thinking
Rockford,
Rockford.
Illinois.
Isn't it Rockford, New Jersey?
Be a lot of travel.
That would be
They're
a
doing
lot
the
of
whole
travel.
thing by bus, right?
Yeah. Yeah,
What-
if they
what are
were
the other-
all Chicago locals.
So
maybe.
Racine. This says Racine is in Wisconsin.
Okay.
Gross.
Can't believe those people.
Rockford is in Illinois.
Okay.
South Bend is also
Indiana.
a team.
Okay.
The South Bend What's?
Oh, what were the other
Swans.
ones?
Oh, it was a fruit again, wasn't it?
Nope.
Dang it. The South Bend.
South Bend Swans is pretty good.
Skeeters.
No. I'm trying to think of what other.
The
If it was
Irish.
the Peaches and the Bells, what other
They
slang
said it
for girls
They
did
said
we
it
have
in
in
the
the
movie.
1940s? I'm sure they did.
The
but
Dolls.
The Chicks.
It was not necessarily slang for
No.
girls.
I just thought maybe that was
The South Bend Blue Sox.
Blue Sox. Of course.
Lame. They come up with these.
The last team
Yeah, what's the last
that
one?
was in the movie is the Kenosha Comets.
Also Wisconsin.
Yes,
So we got the Bells and we got the Comets. That's not fair. I'd be afraid to play a Comet and not a Bell. Just saying.
What is widely considered to be the most successful team in league history?
Is it the Peaches?
It is indeed. I'm not going to ask this question, but I used ChatGPT to come up with the list. This question that it came up with is, which city was home to the Racine Bells?
Oh,
Amber.
what is Racine?
What is South Bend? Okay. Real question this time. What off-field requirement did players have to attend related to appearance and behavior?
Etiquette school training.
Good job.
Nice. I was going to say Catholic Church.
Charm school. That's
to go to
where
mass
the
every
scene
week.
where the priest comes out of the confessional after Meg does her confession. It's like,
Poor guy.
woof. What was one rule about the uniforms that made play more difficult?
They were dresses,
They had to wear skirts
skirts.
instead of pants.
And the scene where the girl slid and like
Oh,
her whole
and it was all.
oh,
Huge bruise.
Yeah.
That was
oh,
yeah.
it hurts so bad.
Good on
Yeah,
your
no
hip.
kidding. How many women played in the AAGPBL
Within what?
over its lifetime?
Oh my God.
Oh, I thought you were done with the question.
Because you were going to say,
64.
because that's how many they said at the beginning of the movie. That's a great answer. Over the whole lifetime of the league.
Give how many different women? Say 180.
Okay.
128.
Closest without going over.
I'm going to say 250.
Amber gets it because it's
'Cause it's
over
over-
600.
Wow.
Oh,
They only
Good for
played like
them.
8 seasons.
When did the league officially fold?
54?
54 is correct.
Yeah.
Subtract 54 from 1943.
That's 11 years.
11 years?
Yeah, you said 8.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, that's pretty close.
I would
Just
say 8
within
and 11
3.
are
Yeah,
close.
but yeah, if there were more than 4 teams and they needed,
16 players per team.
yep.
They only had 16 people on a roster then?
Mhm.
That's wild. 40 is the current standard.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
You
Yeah,
probably
'cause
never
they'll-
see the
Well,
field.
they pitched complete games every day then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You had 2 pitchers.
Yeah, pretty much. Couldn't pitch today because you pitched yesterday.
Yeah.
Yep.
16 for a baseball team?
Come back tomorrow and watch your
That's
pitch.
wild.
Yeah. They said at the beginning of the movie, 4 teams, 16 players per team.
Yep.
True or false? League paid players a salary.
Did you get it?
No.
Go ahead.
That's you.
I'm going to say true.
It's true.
Yeah. Didn't he say he'd pay him $70 a week?
Yeah, 75
Yeah.
or something like that. Yeah.
Yeah, I was trying. Took too long to think, and then Thad buzzed in.
What was the approximate top weekly salary for players?
The top.
I said 150 a week.
Okay. It's not 150.
Oh, over or under?
Over. You're over.
280.
I was over at 150.
Whoops.
Oh. Sorry.
I'm going to say 75 since that's the number they gave. me.
$85 to $100 per week. Top weekly salary.
Wow.
Wonder what that is in today's dollars.
Yeah. You can
Probably figured out.
ask the internet.
Huh.
Hey, chat.
Probably could.
How many teams were in the league at its peak?
12.
8.
10.
10 teams.
Nice. Who's winning?
At its peak. I think you guys are supposed to keep track.
Not I. Oh, we're supposed
I
to keep
think
track?
that
Didn't
is.
know that. Okay.
Didn't know that.
What position was most in demand early on?
Pitching.
Pitching.
Haha, Amber gets it.
Dang it.
You gotta buzz in.
Forgot to buzz in. That's all my questions.
That was
I
fun.
do have a tiebreaker.
That was
We
interesting.
can do the tiebreaker.
Do the
if you want.
tiebreaker.
All right. Here's the tiebreaker. True or false? Some players later played internationally.
I'm going to say true.
That is true.
Good for them.
Wonder where.
Yeah.
I mean, if they're in
Internationally.
Kenosha, that could have been like Winnipeg.
yeah, Canada.
All those international players in Winnipeg. Played in Thunder Bay.
Yeah, right. Toronto,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Saskatoon,
Saskatoon.
right? Because there's the Canadian players
Yeah.
who played internationally with this league.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, didn't they?
Yeah, they made kind
They
of a-
thanked them
Yeah.
for.
Yeah, one of the players had to
all across the U.S.
as they
and
were-
Canada.
As they were leaving after the game was over, one of the players was complaining about having to go back to Saskatchewan.
Yeah.
Who wouldn't?
Facts.
Oh, funny.
Cool. That was fun.
That's
Thanks,
my
Ethan.
Yeah, thanks. Thanks for playing. I like trivia. And this, like, 1940s trivia is cool, but this is like such a niche
Yeah.
part of that.
Uh-huh.
Because we, you know, you learn about Rosie the Riveter and you know, the women working in the factories and on the assembly lines and stuff. But you don't really think of, like, they still played baseball.
Yeah.
I love how Dottie asked Jimmy why he wasn't drafted. He said, because I have no cartilage. Just in general.
Yep. Period.
I don't have cartilage.
Could fall over at any second.
My body is literally flying apart at the seams.
Can you imagine walking up to a guy who's like limping everywhere? Like, how come you're not in the war?
That's crazy. Why
I
aren't you
look like
fighting?
I could be in the war.
Because I'm cross-eyed.
Yeah.
I have minor asthma.
Hey,
Cool.
I resemble that remark.
I don't have asthma. I lied.
You resemble it.
I do.
Yeah.
You have major asthma.
It's probably medium asthma.
Okay.
If you have moderate to severe asthma, I love those commercials. I have moderate to severe plaque psoriasis. Which one is it? In or out?
It's too vague.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Okay. We've reached the point in the podcast where we get to talk about some estate planning themes.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Who wants to start on this one? This one was a little tougher for me. I'll admit it.
There was a point in the
There was
movie,
one
though,
that we
where
were like,
I looked at Amber and said,
oh.
hey, it's an estate planning movie.
It was. Yep.
Okay.
Which happens in a lot of movies, but not all of them that we've watched.
Yeah. I mean, it's another legacy movie. It starts and ends with them getting to see themselves in the
Yeah.
Hall of Fame. So there's definitely a legacy theme there. But the one that we pointed out was, I think it was towards the end that they talked about.
Stillwell.
Oh, yeah. Stillwell.
His
His mom died. And left him.
He felt like he had to come
Yeah.
To the ceremony.
to the
Yep.
ceremony.
So there was that one. There was another one early on where they talked about, I think it was when the girls were all going different directions. There was a comment about Dad's getting old and he needs me back on the farm.
Mm-hmm.
Was a comment that I heard. It's like, oh, there's a estate planning kind of piece there.
Yep. I noticed the scene towards the beginning of the movie when you meet Jimmy the first time. They're at Mr. Harvey's estate, and his parents are there in wheelchairs playing croquet.
Yeah.
So he's
Literally the estate.
yeah,
Yeah.
he's caring for them,
Yeah.
and by having a caregiver come in and take care of them because he's fabulously wealthy. But yeah, he references, like he points them out, and then you never see or talk about them again. But that was another one that I thought, oh, there you go.
Sure.
What about the gal on the team whose husband died in the war?
Yeah,
Yeah.
That was really sad.
it was really sad.
Yeah. And the whole room froze because they didn't know who got the telegram.
Yep.
One of the things we talk about a lot in my meetings, at least, is agency. So who is control?
Sure.
Who gets to make decisions?
Yep.
And one of the really unique scenes in the movie is where Dottie asks to be traded, but then the league trades Kit.
Yeah. Yeah. Peaches trade her sister because of course they did.
And baseball didn't have free agency until the 70s, right?
Sure, yeah.
So up to that point, basically players were kind of at the whim of the owners of the teams.
Yep.
They could trade contracts whenever they wanted, and the players didn't have any control, right? They could control their play, but they couldn't control their money, their contract, where they lived,
Yeah.
anything like
Who
that.
they played for. Yep.
So I think there's something to be said about controlling your own agency versus somebody else controlling your agency.
Yeah. That's an interesting piece.
Yeah, there's a capacity element to it.
Yeah.
It's not really estate planning, but what about the scene where the chaperone, I forget her name,
Yes.
they poison her.
Oh, yeah.
And the doctor says, in all
I've
my
never seen
43
anybody-
years of practicing medicine, I've never seen a woman throw up that much.
That's terrible.
Kind of lost her capacity there. Is that what we're saying? There were several of them in the end when they were going through the museum as they were meeting each other and that kind of thing. Again, that we're talking about. Well, my spouse passed and lost
Yeah.
my dad, lost my...
Or like
Um,
Marla.
I was just
Yeah.
going to say that.
Yes.
Marla's dad says her mom died. Like, just
Yeah.
straight out like that.
Yep.
But didn't Marla have like a family business that they were planning to leave to their kids? And she mentioned that to Dottie too.
Yep.
Yep.
Which is, so that's interesting, right? Because her first scene in the movie is an estate planning scene because dad is the only one who's taking care of her and raised her as a boy, right? And so he was trying to get the agent to bring her along because he didn't want her to be punished for his own inadequacy. And then at the end of the movie, she's another estate planning theme because they have this family business.
Mm-hmm.
That was a good one, actually. The
Ha.
want their son to take it over.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. We have lots of clients who are in that boat.
Yeah. So there were still bits and pieces, and it's interesting how often we watch a movie and it's just like a one-off comment, like Marla's dad saying, well, her mom passed. It's like, oh, yeah, now there's an estate planning element to this movie, that it only takes one little comment for it to start showing up throughout the whole thing.
It really is remarkable, though, right? Like, it's in every single movie somewhere.
Hence the podcast.
Right? I mean, we talked about it last night. What is it about that theme that humanity
has to tell a legacy story?
Why is that so compelling to tell, but to watch or listen to?
Yeah.
It's interesting.
We don't want to make this a theology podcast.
True.
I would say our depraved nature makes us search for significance within ourselves.
Whoa.
I mean, yeah.
Right? Everybody wants to feel important.
And we're looking for connection,
Right.
right? We're looking for connection to a bigger, something bigger than ourselves.
Looking to mean more than I do just in
Yeah.
my time on this planet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think you're exactly right then.
John the Baptist was like, I'm trying to become less so he can become more.
Yeah.
I think that's the right standpoint.
Yeah.
And every one of these movies is like, what's the legacy I can leave? Right?
Yep.
We could probably cut that if we need to. It really throws the...
You're such a downer thing.
Sorry.
Just kidding. I mean, it's good stuff though, right? Like
It is.
It was big brain.
It's the reason why we do what we do, right? Because we're trying to be more stewardly with what we have, with what our clients have, and it's some big concepts in there about humanity and our connection to the world and our connection to our Creator.
Yeah.
Well,
how would we rate this one? Who wants to start?
AVD.
I can. Laugh, cry, think, watch again. Okay. Laugh. I laughed quite a bit. I will give it a 2 for laugh. Cry. I did no crying. Wait, I did cry.
Just a crying. No.
I did cry. I cried when Bob came home
Oh,
from war.
yeah.
I cried when Bob came home from war. So maybe that should be a 2. I didn't cry any other time. There's no other.
Yeah,
What
but
about
if you
when What's Her
actually
Face lost her
cried,
husband?
What?
What about when What's Her Face lost her husband?
Mary?
Yeah, I held
Is that
back.
Mary?
I held
Or is
back
it-
tears that time. I said this is not worth crying over.
Okay.
And I cried later.
So what is it?
Give it a 2.
2. Okay.
Think is a 2.
Okay.
Watch again is a 1.
Nice.
It's a 7.
Solid.
It's a good rating.
Yeah.
All right. Amber.
This movie is just fun. It does all of those things.
It
and
is
it's not
good.
It's not an Oscar winner like dialed in
Mhm.
to all of the excellence, but I'm with you.
Yeah. I laughed out loud at several points in this movie, so I'm going to give laugh a 3.
Oh.
There were several points, and I did actually cry at the end when they were all getting back together, and
Aw.
so I'm going to give Cry a 2. This was less of a thinky movie for me. Not that it didn't make me think, but it's not like I sat after and was like, I'm still thinking about. So I'm going to give Think a 1, and I would absolutely watch it again.
There's a 7.
Woo.
Ethan.
3 for laugh. I laughed almost the entire time.
Sure.
I was laughing at something.
Yeah.
Think 1, cry 1, and I would watch it again.
There you go. 6 from Ethan.
Yep.
Nice. I did laugh a couple of times. I don't know if I'm at a 3 on it, but I'll give it a 2 for laugh. Cry, I choked up a little bit when Mary's husband died. Not so much at the
That
end.
was
when
hard.
Yeah.
That scene was hard.
Yeah.
The tension in the room and then
Yeah.
just watching her break down and them like carrying her out was so I'll go 2 for Cry for that. Because I mean it is the weight of like the nation is like celebrating beating the Nazis, but people are dying all the time and like
Yeah.
guys aren't coming back and they need
Yep.
something to entertain people. So there's heavy stuff there. One for think. Like you guys said, not a lot to chew on this one, but it was worth it. I'd probably watch this one again. So give me a 6.
Nice.
Nice.
Good.
Closing thoughts on the movie?
Boy, it's just a fun movie, and there's a couple of just iconic moments, and particularly the there's no crying in baseball scene.
Sure.
is just like everybody knows that line.
Yep.
And that's probably as much because of Tom Hanks as it is because of this movie. But
he's just so good.
Man.
I mean, if there was any other manager,
Yeah.
I don't know. It'd be a hard one to
Yeah.
The guy
hard to
who-
replace.
This movie launched a lot of careers too.
Yeah, we were talking about that last night.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I mean, Rosie really made it big after.
Yeah, she
after
was
this.
just like a stand-up comedian, right?
Yeah.
Like kind of a no-name.
Yep.
Yeah. There were a couple other ones that I was like, oh yeah, we know that person.
Well, and for Madonna to be in a movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tristan and I were debating this one, so I want your thoughts on it. She is convinced that the actresses who played Dottie and Kit were also the same women who were at the Hall of Fame at the end of the movie, and they just did up their makeup to make them look old. I don't think they're the same
I had
people.
that conversation with Luke too, actually.
Did you really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you
I'm
think they're
not-
the same?
I'm not convinced, but I wouldn't be surprised. They look so similar.
I don't think they are the same, and I don't think they are the same because my knowledge of theatrical makeup technology in 1992.
Yeah.
They weren't
maybe.
CGIing them.
Right. They've got nothing to help smooth that out or to help.
Right. So you don't
if
think it
you-
was old women playing young women or young women playing old women? You think these are different actresses?
I do think they're different actresses. I think about Russell Crowe at the end of Beautiful Mind.
Sure.
That you know it's obviously him.
Yep.
But you can tell it's him in makeup,
Mm-hmm.
and you just believe it.
Yep.
Nobody's bothered by the fact that you can tell it's him in makeup. I don't think they had the ability to make it not look like people in old age makeup in 1992.
Wow. Technology's come so far since then.
Mm-hmm.
Are you looking it up, Ethan?
Yeah.
I need to know.
I know that Marla Hooch, I know she had two actresses
Okay.
for her character name.
Okay.
But I can't find anybody else. So May's older self, that was a different actor.
Okay.
Betty's older self, there was a different actor. So some of them for sure.
Wait, so you're
It's saying that there's two separate actresses for Dottie too.
I'm not on IMDb. I'm sure it would be clearer if I was there, but I just did a quick Google search. Yep.
Okay.
I would have been surprised if that was the same.
They were pretty
Same
convincing.
Yeah.
Actors, though, and they were well
Just
cast.
the mannerisms were so similar too.
They were very well cast.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, this is a good one. Thanks for watching this one with us.
Yeah.
All
Thanks
right.
for listening to 82 Toothpicks, a podcast from the Heisinger Law Firm. This episode featured your hosts, Ethan, Thad, and the Ambers, breaking down today's movie and the estate planning lessons hiding inside it. If you enjoyed the show, check out my It's Not Too Late book series for practical insights on protecting your family and your legacy. You can also visit heisingerlaw.com for more resources and past episodes of the podcast. Be sure to follow the show wherever you get your podcasts so you never miss an episode. And if you're watching on YouTube, don't forget to like, subscribe, and ring the bell. And remember, every movie is an estate planning movie.